card lottery and won 2 times. I helped my brother, I guided him through the process, and he applied and he won. After that, I helped 4 of my friends successfully apply for the green card lottery and they won. And as a result, I'm just sharing my ideas in these YouTube videos so that I can help other people out there who can apply and also win. I'm just going to remind you that the green card lottery is a lottery. So you just participate, millions of people apply, they only select 50,000 to 55,000 visas up given every year. So if more than 14 million apply, so there's no way all of you will win. It's a lottery. So you enter into a lottery, and then in May, they will select whoever is going to be selected. You have your confirmation number. Make sure after you apply for the green card lottery and you get your confirmation number, keep it safe. Come back next year in May, and then go to the website and enter your confirmation number and your date of birth and all the requirements that they need on the page, and then you'll find out if you won or not. So just make sure you understand that the green card lottery is a lottery, and when you play a lottery, only few people will be selected. For the majority will not be selected. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is NAFULA. If you've not subscribed to my channel, I highly recommend that you subscribe. And if you've already subscribed to my channel, I just want to say thank you for subscribing and thank you for watching my videos. If this is your first time here, I will advise you to go back and watch all my other videos. I have very good information about photo requirements, about all the requirements that are needed for you to apply for the green card lottery. So please go back and watch all my other videos, and then after you watch them, you'll be ready to apply. And if you have any questions after watching all those videos, I will encourage you to type those questions in the comment section of this video, and I will respond to those questions to the best of my ability. If I'm not able to respond to a question, I'll just let you know that I'm not able to respond to the question. I don't have the answer to the question, so I will advise you to contact an immigration lawyer or an immigration attorney to advise you on what you need to do. I just want to take a moment and say thank you to everybody who subscribed to my channel. I know it's just clicking a button, but then I just want to say thank you for subscribing to my channel, and everybody who's participating in the live, who's commenting, who's watching, who's sharing ideas. I just want to appreciate you for what you're doing. Next, I just want to thank everybody who's buying my merch, who's buying my t-shirts, my cups, my mugs, all of that. I just want to thank you for the support. Keep ordering. We'll try to deliver those orders to you as quick as possible. If you have a question regarding an order that you receive, please, you can reach me on my Facebook, my Instagram, or my social media, or you can reach out on this business email that's on the YouTube channel, and we'll address your concerns. So please let us know if you receive an order and you have any questions or you have any concerns about the order. We'll be ready to work with you to make sure that you're satisfied. The first question that I received is, I am pregnant. How do I add my unborn child to my application? You don't. So when you apply for the green card lottery, it asks you for the number of children you have. It doesn't have a spot for you to enter if you're pregnant or not. So if you have 2 children, you put 2. If you have no children, you can put 0. But if you're currently pregnant, don't add the pregnancy into an application. Don't include a 1 child because you're pregnant. Just apply it with either as married with no kids or single with no kids. Once you win, if your child was unborn at the time of application, you can literally add them later to the application. For your unborn child, you can add them to the application after you win, and you'll be able to immigrate with them. But then if you decide to apply as single and then you add your spouse after you win, you can add them, but you will not be able to immigrate with them. So that's the difference between the two. Another question related to that is, if you have a kid and maybe you're taking care of your sister's kids or your brother's kids, your nieces and your nephews, you cannot add them to your application unless you have legal adoption papers. So if you legally adopted them, then you can add them. But then also with that, I think they have a time limit. I'm not very sure. You can check on the DV Lottery website. I don't know if it's you have to be you have to have adopted them for 2 years or something like that. I'm not very sure. So with that, so you can go to DV Lottery website to see, like, in cases for legal adoption, to add them into your application, if there's any additional requirements or not. I'm not sure on that. So you'll have to do some investigation and find out. Another question that I have been getting is, I applied for the green card lottery and I tried to check for the results and my number didn't work. Yes, it did not work because once you apply for the green card lottery this year, the results come out next year in May. So what I will need you to do after you apply and you get your confirmation number, keep the confirmation number safe. Like, if you maybe printed it out and you feel like, you might lose that, you might take a picture of it using your phone and send it to yourself as an email. That way it's saved and you can't lose it. You'll just, go to your email and find it. So in case you need it, you can just go back to your email and always have access to your confirmation number. So you'll just need a confirmation number, your date of birth, and they ask you a few questions. And then once you enter that information in May next year on the page, then a response will come out. Like, there's another page that will come out that says either you won the green card lottery or you are not selected for further processing. So you apply this year in 2022, October to November, and then next year in May, that's when you check the results. Another question is like, I have a 1-month-old. Do I need to include the picture during the application? Yes, you do. So if you have 5 kids, the kids that are already born, not like the ones you're pregnant, the ones that are already here, you include all those children, and for all those children, you'll need to provide the information. You'll need the photo, which meets all the requirements apart from a few exceptions that I already addressed in my videos. So if you want to know that, you can just go to my other videos. I already explained taking a picture of a toddler. It's not as strict as, like a regular adult. But then there's some rules, like the picture itself has to meet the requirements. But then with the facial expressions, they're a little bit lenient on that. So go back and look at those requirements. So you'll need their photo, and you'll need their date of birth, you'll need their place of birth. So you'll need to fill out all those information about all your biological children and all your legally adopted children and all your step children. For the step children, even if you've not legally adopted them, the fact that you either married their mother or their father makes you their parent. So you don't need to legally adopt your stepchildren. The fact that you're applying as married to either the mother or the father, you have to include all the stepchildren because they are your children too. So you don't need a legal adoption when it comes to stepchildren. Another frequently asked question is like, I don't have a high school education. Can I apply for the green card lottery? Yes, you can apply for the green card lottery. You just select the level of education. If it's primary school only, you can select that. But then just remember, after you win and you go to the embassy for the interview, they will need proof of your work experience. So not all work experiences are acceptable. So you can just go to the DV Lottery website and see what kind of work experiences can qualify to be used under the DV Lottery winners, because not every work experience is acceptable. You need at least 2 years of work experience if you don't have a high school degree. And then there's another frequently asked question about like you are applying and then before you finished, you're trying to print out either your application and then it timed out before you submitted the application. So if that happens, it means your application didn't go through. You did not get a confirmation number. It just means like even maybe they will give you a certain amount of time and you spend more than that time. So the application times out and then you have to enter all your information again. So what you can do, go back in there and enter all your information again. Make sure like, you're quick, not too fast. Don't just be like too slow. So you just go back, put in all your application, like enter all the information afresh because it timed out, and then submit your application and get a confirmation number and save. So to ensure that your application went through, make sure you click the submit button and then make sure you get a confirmation number and you save that confirmation number. If you lose the confirmation number usually, and you have your email address, you can be able to retrieve it in May. It will ask you I lost my confirmation number, and then it will ask you your email, and so they will send you the next steps on how to retrieve your confirmation number in your email. So if you lose your confirmation number, or for people who say I applied but I lost my confirmation number, when the results come out, you'll be able to retrieve that confirmation number. And now let's talk about the host and guest pairing program. So my website is called NAFULAconnect.com. That is NAFULAconnect.com. So you're gonna go on that website, and then you can access the forms. And what is this program about? So a lot of people have been saying that they don't know anybody in the United States. So they don't know anybody in the United States. So if they win the green card lottery and they need host information, they don't have anybody, absolutely nobody that they know who can give them their address. We're not talking about completing the I-134. No, we're just talking about hosting. So that's why this program is available. So if you are a host, you currently live in the United States, you don't have to be a US citizen. So there's 4 ways to sign up on the NAFULAconnect.com host and guest pairing program. The first one, if you just applied for the green card lottery, don't fill out the form. You're gonna go all the way to the bottom of the page, and there's a place that says sign up. And that you just put in your email address, and that's it. We just need your email address. So if you come back in May and check and you won the DV lottery, then you'll go back on the website, and then you enter your information as a DV lottery winner. So for now, if you just applied for the green card lottery, you sign up with your email at the bottom, all the way at the bottom of the page, it says sign up. You just enter your email and sign up. That's it. In May, if you're confirmed that you won, so in May, you come back and fill out the DV lottery winner form, and that will tell us that you won the DV lottery and you're requesting for a host, and you'll have to provide your confirmation number so we see what's your case number. And that way we can be able to know when you're coming so that we can pair you with the host ahead of time. The second one is for the DV lottery winner. If you're a DV lottery winner, like you won DV lottery last year, and you don't have a host, or you haven't found a host, then you go on NAFULAconnect.com, and there's a place that says DV lottery winner, and we'll need your name, your date of birth, your confirmation number, and all that, so that we pair you with a host who has availability. And make sure you indicate how many people, because there's some people who just want either single, unmarried, so it's just one person. And then you have to understand that maybe somebody who's unmarried but then has 4 children, so that you're looking for a place for 5 people. Or if you're a couple and then you have 2 children, then you're looking for a space for 4 people. So make sure you indicate the number of people needing accommodation, because there's some people who just have accommodation for 1. So if you have you and then your child, they wouldn't be able to take you. So you have to make sure you indicate how many people are needing a place to be hosted when they get here. In that way, we'll be able to match you with a host. The third sign up is going to be for somebody with a visa. Either you have a visitor's visa or a temporary visa that you'll be here for 2 months, 3 months, less than 6 months. So that way you can sign up instead of staying in a hotel. So you don't want to stay in a hotel and you prefer to stay with another Kenyan or another Nigerian or another nationality, any nationality. You prefer to stay with them. Then you can sign up there and say, I'll be visiting the United States and I'll be coming to this specific state. So if you're coming to New York, you have to say, I'm coming there. Or if you're going to New Jersey, you have to indicate you're going there, so that we try to find a host who lives in New Jersey. So that's important information you have to provide. You have to say when you're coming, and then which state you'll be going to, and how long you're going to be here, and how much are you willing to pay the host to host you for that period of time. And then the last one is the most important one. the host. If you currently live in the United States and you don't have to be a citizen, you can sign up to host somebody from Africa, because this program depends highly on the host. If we don't have a host, there's no way we will pair you a guest with a host. That's why it's important for the host to sign up. So if you're out there and then you know somebody who lives in the United States, you have friends, you have churches, you have somebody who can help other people for temporary accommodation when they get here and then they can go get their own place, please advise them, request them, beg them to sign up to be a host. And if you're a host, you don't have to do it for free. You can choose to do it for free, or you can choose to charge every month. You have to understand that the people winning the DV lottery, most of them don't have money. They're coming from third world countries. Some of them maybe have limited finances. But then with the visitor's visa, maybe those ones will be able to pay a little bit more. But for the people coming on DV lotteries, for the most part, usually they're coming and then financial situation is not very good. So if you are signing up as a host, there's a range from free all the way to charging $1,000 a month. So you can just, indicate what you need to be paid per month. It can be either when they come in because they don't have a job yet, they can be free for the first month. And then from the second month, then they can start paying you rent. So you can just indicate you don't have to host people for free. So don't be afraid to sign up, thinking that, you'll be stuck with bills, you have to take care of these people. No, you can indicate how much money you want them to pay you per month, because America runs on bills. Like if you don't pay your bills, you won't have a place to stay, you won't have anything, you won't have electricity, you won't have water, you won't have anything. America runs on bills, and that's why the guests should understand, the DV lottery should understand that after they win and they need a host, they get in that house, there's bills that needs to be paid. So either you can contribute by, taking care of the kids, helping with childcare, or you have to pay the bills. Or if you have somebody who's like, I don't care, I'm gonna host anybody for free, I don't care about the bills, that is good too. So if you're a host out there who's currently living in the United States of America, and you can help somebody for like a month, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months temporarily until they can get stable and then they get out of your house, please sign up. Just remember when you came to the United States and maybe somebody hosted you or somebody, just helped you in a certain way. This is the time to give back. I know I don't have to do this, but then I understand there's some people, like I know some people who won the green card lottery a while ago and they were not able to come here because they did not have a host. They just lost the opportunity. They lost a chance to change their life, because America is a land of opportunity. And I understand there's some people, some hosts who've had bad experiences with hosting people. I know that happens. I know there are some guests come to your house, either they don't want to help with the bills, they don't want to help with the kids, they just want to act nasty. I know that happens sometimes, but then you have a chance to if you want somebody to pay you, you have a chance to ask them beforehand that they need to pay you and they need to stay for only 3 months and move out. And even if somebody leaves your house and they're not grateful, at the back of their mind, they know they wouldn't have made it without you. And if you do something good for other people, it always comes back to you. It always comes back to you. So just a quick review of the host and guest pairing program. You can either sign up, if you just applied for the green card lottery, all the way to the bottom of the page, sign up with your email only. If you want the DV lottery, fill out the DV lottery form and submit that. If you're a guest coming on a visitor's visa, you can just go complete the form and say how much you're willing to pay and how long you're gonna stay here and what state you're going. Then we can try to pair you with somebody. And then for the last one is for our hosts. So if you want to host somebody in the United States, you don't have to be like an African, you can be an American. Like if you live here and then you want to help people in the resettlement program, please sign up to be a host. And before I finish, I just want to encourage you to go on NAFULAconnect.com and check out my merch. I have amazing t-shirt designs. I have mugs. I have hats. I have everything. I have caps. I have all that. So please check it out. The prices are pretty affordable. And then when you order, it can just be shipped to your door. Right now, I'm not doing like outside the United States, maybe a little bit of Canada, but then people in Africa, I'm not able to ship because of the costs, but then we are working on that. But if you're in America and you want to order something, it can be like you don't have to travel to Kenya to get a souvenir or something. You can just go in there. I have wonderful mugs, customized mugs that you can order at an affordable price. So please check it out. And also, if you don't want to go to NAFULAconnect.com and you want to order, like if you check on this video, when you go under the video below the description, you will see my merch there. So you're able to scroll and see every item in the store, and then you can just order right from YouTube. How cool is that? So guys, ladies, please support your girl NAFULA here. Buy the merch. Thank you so much. And part where it says guest and host pairing. So this page is for only the people either who won the green card lottery or they have a valid visitor's visa and they're planning to come to the United States. And then thirdly, it's also for people who want to host or they have an interest in hosting people. So if you're a DV lottery winner, we just want your name, date of birth, the country you're from, the gender. And this is because we're asking for your country because some people just prefer to host people from their country. So we want to, if you want to match you with your host, we want to have all that information. And then the gender, because some people will just prefer male, female, to host either male or female. And then how many people, because some people we just don't assume like it's one. Maybe it's a family who want a green card, so it'll be like, a mother, a father, and the kids. And you need to put your confirmation number if you're filling out this form that you want. We need your confirmation number so we can see the case number. So that way we can look at the bulletin and then just kind of like estimate when you'll be coming to the United States in case you haven't had an interview yet. So we can kind of make a guesstimate on when you'll be coming so that we can pair you with the host. And then we need your phone number if we need to reach you for anything, and the email address. Down here you can just put accommodations, you can type in there anything. If you need special accommodation, if you're disabled, or if you need anything, or you have any questions or you have any preference, you can just write your blurb right here and then click the send. And then over here, if you have a visitor's visa, then you put your name, your gender, and your age, the country you're from, when you'll be coming here, how long do you plan to stay, how much can you pay the host per month, the phone number, email address, and then again special accommodation there. Down here is where the hosts sign up. So this is for people who live in America and they're willing, or they have heard, they're like, I want to help people. I want to host somebody even for 3 months, 6 months until they get, get stable here, and then they can find their own place. Or if you guys get along, they can, live with you permanently and you can share bills. So the host sign up, you have to put your name, your phone number, email address, special accommodation. Maybe you can be like, I want to host somebody, I have kids, I'm not gonna charge them anything, so they'll be living in my house for free. In return, like if I go to work, they can watch my kids, and then when I come back, then they can go to work, and then we can just share responsibilities like that. Or maybe I need to be paid a certain amount, and in addition they can do this. So you can put all that in here. And then you can say what country you're from, or if you don't prefer to say, you can just click this box here. And then how many people can you accommodate in your house? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What ages? Some people don't like young people. Some people don't like older population. So you can just specify your age range. And then your gender. Some people will not live with a man or a female, or they have a preference. So you can say male, female, or if you don't mind or you don't care what gender, then you can just click the any. And then preferred country of origin. If you prefer just to host somebody from like your country, if you're Kenyan and you just want to host only Kenyan people, you can write Kenya here. If you prefer like to host any, you can say no preference, or any is fine. And then here pay range, you can say free, and over there, like up here, you can indicate like it's childcare or whatever you want help with childcare, or if you wanna between 0 and 500, 500 and 1,000, or above 1,000. You can put it here. How long can you host? If you want to do a day, you want to host for a month, you want to host for 2 weeks, like how long do you want to host these people? You can put the preference here, and then you click send. So this is a pretty cool way like to match the host and the guest, so that way you can talk to each other and see how you can help each other out. Like if they need childcare, nobody's gonna host you in their house for free unless you know them. If you don't know them, it's very hard for just a stranger to be like, yeah, just come to my house and live rent-free, bills-free. America is all about paying bills. So if you're not gonna be contributing with paying bills, you need to show that, you're living in somebody's house for free, but then you're helping either with the kids, you're helping out with something around the house. You can't just be sitting there like that's your parents' house. It doesn't work that way. That's why a lot of people come here, and then after a few months, they don't get along with the host because, you live there that you live like the way you live at your parents' house. No, it's a completely different thing. So when you come and then immediately you get a job, either you move out and get your own place. If you continue staying there, you have to pay bills. Even if it's the house and you think like you moving out is not going to change the rent, as long as you live there, you have to pay, because once you leave the house and you go get your own place, you realize how expensive it is to live in America. If you live in somebody's house, you think life is very easy. Once you're out on your own, it gets really tough because you have to pay rent, you have to pay bills, you have to pay if you have electric, you have to pay gas, you have to pay all that. So you're better off like if you get along, you can stick around longer. That way you can go to school and work and be flexible and do a lot of things other than moving out on your own and having to pay everything for yourself. So this is a nice thing that I came up with. So if it works, then we'll do that. But if it doesn't, then we'll be like, at least we tried to make it work, but it didn't work. So we'll look for a plan B. If you just applied for the green card lottery, you've not won the green card lottery, you don't have a visa to come to America, what you want to do is you want to go down all the way at the bottom of the page, and you're gonna sign up, like all the way down here where it says sign up to receive new visa updates. You will enter your email here, and then you're gonna sign up for that. And you can do like, even if you go to my about page, all the way at the bottom, you sign up. So if you just applied for the green card lottery, sign up here so that when you win the green card lottery and you send us a message, you're like, I signed up and I won the green card lottery, then you can go here and then you can put your information here. So that way we'll see that you signed up prior to that, so you'll get priority. Like if a host opens up, you'll get priority because you signed up earlier. So just make sure, go over there. If you applied for the green card lottery, go all the way at the bottom of my page and sign up right here. This page is just for the people who already either won the green card lottery and they have an interview schedule, or these ones who are visiting the United States, and for the hosts who want to host people. But then down here is for everybody. If you want to be considered in the future when you win, like next year, make sure you sign up right here. Otherwise, check out my merch. I have like pretty designs. Look at this. Africa of Pride. We have Kenyan independence since 1963. Positive vibes. We have amazing, pretty cool designs. Awesome. So you can order, and then when you order, it gets shipped right to your door. How cool is that? So check out my website. Leave me a comment if you like my website. And thank you so much for watching.